그럼 오늘 행사 시작해 보겠습니다.
Now we'll begin today's event.
네, 제법 쌀쌀한 아침이죠.
It's quite cold in this morning, and fall is fully upon us. And did you have a good morning, everyone?
중소기업 기술혁신 대전 ITS 2022.
So this is the place where ITS 2022 Innovative Technology Show is being held, and I'd like to thank you for your participation. Let me introduce myself. My name is Chang Sun-young, announcer and the MC for today's event.
네, 고맙습니다. 어느덧 가을이
Thank you all for your
있습니다.
participation. Fall is fully upon us. Even though the breeze is quite chill, we get the feeling that beautiful weather or beautiful season is with us. And people say that fall is the season of results and fruitful results, and this is the season for us to see the results based on the efforts that we have made so far. And this occasion is as well for seeing the results of many efforts done by innovative Korean companies. And we are gathered here at the showcase for K-innovative companies, and this is the occasions where all of us are able to see the great performance and results concerning innovative companies of Korea. So innovative technologies and products will be introduced at this showcase. And today we have prepared various topics and various ceremonies. So from today until tomorrow, the Innovative Technology Show 2022 will take place. As I mentioned, various topics have been prepared for you, so I really hope that you can stay with us until the end. So first of all, I'd like to officially begin the showcase of K-innovative companies. You may wonder what K-innovative companies are. So K-innovative companies are defined as small and medium-sized companies that have been designated as innovative through a thorough screening and evaluation process. And a total of 249 small and medium-sized companies applied for the competition to become innovative companies, and through a fair evaluation, the final 10 companies have been designated as K-innovative companies. So today you have a chance to take a look at K-innovative companies and 10 winners of the competition. So that 10 the finalists will be with us, and also the audiences will make an evaluation. And as a result, those companies who will be making presentations today will be evaluated further, and the final results will be announced tomorrow. So from now on, for the beginning of the K-innovative company showcase, I'd like to introduce to you those relevant who made an effort to make this event happen. So ladies and gentlemen, please give them a big round of applause. First, Byung-hoon Lim, Chairman of the Innobiz Association. So ladies and gentlemen, please give him a big hand. So I'd like to invite Mr. Lim, Chairman of the Innobiz Association, to the podium. So he is one of the people who made utmost effort to make this happen. So ladies and gentlemen, please give him a big hand.
Good morning, everyone. I welcome you to the 23rd Innovative Technology Show. The K-Innovative Company Showcase. I am Im Byung-hoon, President of Innobiz Association. Our MC has introduced today's event very well, and today this event is called Korea Innovative Company Showcase. This is the 23rd event that we're celebrating this year. But due to COVID-19, as you know, the ITS has aimed to pursue more changes, and it changed its name into a K Innovative Company Showcase. And so we feel that this event is much more exciting, and we hope that even after the COVID-19 pandemic, we will continue to hold our event in this way. It may be more efficient. There are various media outlets and experts here at the venue today, but we also have experts and those interested in innovative companies of Korea from overseas. So I would like to welcome all of the audience and the participants at the venue today. I'd like to express my deepest gratitude to the experts, media outlets, and the judges from the audience representing the consumers of Korea. Thank you. Last year, around 172 companies submitted their application for the showcase. And despite the fact that it was a short period, we had 245 companies who submitted their applications, competing to become winners by 240 to 1. And so we have selected 10 out of those applicants, and our 10 companies will be presenting their innovative technology and products today. So there will be an on-site evaluation of the presentation based on the technology and performance. And today, we will add on top of that to evaluate from a consumer perspective. And so this is a venue for looking from a consumer perspective. Innovative technology is amazing as it is, but it must be useful and it must be valuable to use from a consumer perspective. So that experience must be evolved and further developed. And we believe that that is the definition of an innovative company. Of course, technology is important, but the end consumer must use that product and technology and enjoy the experience. And based on that feedback from the consumers, the company must continue to evolve their technology and product. Today, we have judges from the audience. And so I'd like to ask you to think from a consumer perspective to see if these companies have the potential to further grow into innovative companies. So once again, I'd like to extend my deepest gratitude to all of the participants and hope that this venue serves as an opportunity for more innovative companies to come. Thank you very much. Please give him a big round of applause. So we'd like to ask you to go back to your seat as we move on to our next session. Thank you very much for your congratulatory remarks. And as mentioned, we have a lot of participants here at the venue today. So a lot of our 10 presenters have won over fierce competition, and I hope that today's event serves as an opportunity for them to grow further. So now let's introduce the 10 innovative companies selected today. I will mention all of the companies one by one, and I'd like to invite all of the speakers from those companies to come onto the stage. And as they come up to the stage, please give them a big round of applause. First, K-INNO Mobility. Please give him a big round of applause. Please stand in front of the stage, in front of the president, please.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please give him a big hand. So a plaque is being delivered to the final candidate. Thank you. So please
자,
follow the
이어서
guidance of the
소개해드리겠습니다.
staff
다음은
member.
주식회사 에버캠텍.
And next,
네, 축하드립니다.
에버캠텍.
큰 박수 부탁드립니다.
congratulations. Please give him a big hand.
자, 역시 인증패 수여를
A
진행하도록
plaque of
하겠습니다.
certification is given to him.
네, 여러분 다시 한번 따뜻한 박수 나눠주시고요.
Please give him a big
네,
hand once
고맙습니다.
again. Thank you very much.
자, 안내에 따라서 자리해 주시기 바랍니다. 자, 이어서 세 번째 기업을
And the
소개해
third
드리겠습니다.
company
다음은
is
주식회사 인텔리빅스
Intellivix.
축하드립니다. 네, 자리해 주시고요.
Congratulations.
가운데 서 주시기 바랍니다.
Please come to the center
한
of
걸음 더
the
앞쪽으로
stage.
나와주시고요. 역시 인증패를 전달해 주시고요.
A plaque
앞쪽
of
카메라를 봐주시고 사진
certification
촬영하면서
is being given
마무리하도록
to
하겠습니다.
the company
네,
CEO.
안내에 따라서 자리해 주시고요. 자, 다음은 주식회사 지준 시스템.
Next
네, 박수 한번 보내주시죠.
is Jijun System. Please give him a big hand.
네, 역시 회장님 앞쪽으로 한 걸음 더 나와서 서주시고요. 자, 인증패 전달을 부탁드립니다. 자, 역시 웃는 얼굴로
A plaque of certification is given to him. Please have a smile for a photo. Thank you.
네, 안내에 따라서 자리해 주시고요. 계속해서 다음 기업
And next
소개드리겠습니다.
company
다음은
is
주식회사 CQ웍스.
CQ
네,
Works.
단상 위로 모시겠습니다. 큰 박수 부탁드립니다.
Please give him a big round of applause.
네, 앞쪽에 서주시고요. 역시 인증패를 전달하면서 사진 촬영으로
A plaque of certification is given to the company. So let's have a photo session. Please give him a big round of applause
네,
once again.
고맙습니다. 안내에 따라서
Thank
자리해
you.
주시고요. 계속해서 소개드립니다. 다음은 주식회사
Let me
네스텍.
continue with the announcement
네,
of the
박수로 환영해 주시기 바랍니다.
winner of the plaque. Next and Tech.
자, 역시 인증패를 전달해 주시고요. 앞쪽 봐주시고
certificate
사진
of-
촬영하면서
A plaque of certification is
마무리해
given.
보도록 하겠습니다.
And please look at the camera
자,
for the
앞쪽
photo
봐주시고요.
session.
네, 고맙습니다.
Thank
자,
you.
역시 자리를 해주시기 바랍니다. 고맙습니다. 자, 이어지는 소개드릴 기업은 주식회사
And next
JPS.
is
네,
GPS.
앞쪽에 자리해 주시고요. 네, 박수로 환영해
Please
주시기
give him a
바랍니다.
big hand, ladies and gentlemen.
자, 역시 한 걸음 더 앞쪽에 서주시고요. 인증패 전달과 함께 사진
A
촬영을
plaque
받을
of
수 없겠죠.
certification
앞쪽
is
봐주시기
given to
바랍니다.
him as well. And please have a smile.
네,
Thank
고맙습니다. 자, 다음은 주식회사 이소온.
Next is Izon.
네, 박수 부탁드립니다.
Please give him a big
네,
hand.
설레는 표정으로 함께 해주셨는데요. 자, 이제 역시 인증패 전달해 주시고요. 자, 사진 촬영하면서
Again,
인증을
a
기념해 보도록
plaque of
하겠습니다.
certification is given to him as well.
네,
And
고맙습니다.
please have a
자, 다음은
smile for a
주식회사
photo session. Thank
CNB
you very much. And
위쪽으로
next
자리해
is
주시죠.
CNB.
네, 앞쪽에 서주시고요. 역시 인증패를 전달하도록 하겠습니다.
A plaque of certification is
네,
given
여러분
to
다시 한번
her
박수
as well.
부탁드리겠습니다.
Please give her a big hand.
네, 고맙습니다. 자,
Thank you.
마지막으로 소개드릴
Last
기업은
but not least,
K-INNO 테크놀로지 주식회사 단상으로
P&S
나와주시기
Technology.
바랍니다. 네, 다시 한번 큰 박수
Once again,
부탁드립니다.
please give him a big hand.
자, 역시 인증패 전달을 해주시고요.
A
앞쪽
plaque of
카메라를
certification is
봐주시고
given
사진
to
촬영
him as
진행하도록
well.
하겠습니다.
And
고맙습니다.
please have a
자,
smile.
이제 모든
looking at
분들
the camera.
앞쪽에 나와주시고요.
Thank
저희는
you.
단지
So
사진
I'd like to ask
촬영하면서 마무리해보도록 하겠습니다.
the winners
안내에
of the
따라서 앞쪽으로
plaque
이동해주시고요.
to come up
자, 받으신
for a group photo
펜을
session.
앞쪽으로 잘 보이게 들어주시고요.
Please hold the
오늘
plaque
역시 또 어떤 내용으로 발표해
correctly so
주실지
that it
너무나
can be
기대가 됩니다. 자,
seen
여러분 다시 한번
well
박수
from the
부탁을
front.
드립니다. 사진 촬영 진행하도록
Ladies and
하겠습니다.
gentlemen, please give them a
네.
big round of applause. So that
조금씩
we'll have a
왼쪽으로
group
이동해
photo
주시고요.
session.
자, 가운데 카메라를 봐주시기 바랍니다.
Please look at the
자, 이제
camera
마지막으로 미소가 빠질 수가 없겠죠.
with
활짝
a
웃는
great
미소와 함께
smile.
사진 촬영 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 여러분 다시 한번
So
큰 박수
please give
부탁드립니다.
them a big round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen.
네, 이렇게 사진 촬영 마무리하도록
That
하겠습니다.
ends the
안내에
group
따라서
photo session.
하나를
Please
부탁을
follow
드리고요.
the
인증표
guidance of the
수여해주신 회장님께도
staff
다시 한번 깊은
members.
감사 인사드리겠습니다. 고맙습니다. 자, 이렇게
Thank you very
K-혁신기업
much.
인증패 수여식을
So
모두
the
진행을
plaque
했고요.
awarding
자,
ceremony
지금부터는
for
10개
K-Innovative Companies has
K-혁신기업에서
ended.
쇼케이스
And from now
진행을
on,
할
we'll
예정입니다.
begin the showcase
아마
for
첫 번째
10
기업으로
Korean
발표를
innovative
준비하고
companies.
계신 분이 굉장히 또 긴장되고 설레는
The
마음으로
first
준비를
presenter
하고
must be very
계실
nervous
텐데요.
because he
각
is going
기업당
first.
발표 시간은
So each
8분으로 주어지게 되겠습니다.
company has
앞쪽에
8 minutes
나오시면
for the
시계가 보일 텐데요.
presentation.
이 시계의
And
8분이
when you
타이머로
come up
돌고
to the
있습니다.
stage, you
네,
will see a
발표자분들께서는
watch.
시간을 꼭
So there's a
엄수를
timer.
해주시고요.
So
또
please
원활한 진행을 위해서 우리 발표자분들께서는 마스크를
keep
잠시
on
벗고
time.
발표를 진행함을 너른 양해 부탁을 드리겠습니다.
So
자, 그럼 K-혁신기업
when you deliver a
쇼케이스 첫
presentation,
번째
please
문을 열어줄
take off your
기업이죠.
mask.
주식회사 카네비
So let me introduce the
모빌리티를
first
소개를
presenter,
드리겠습니다. 자율주행 자동차
CEO
그리고 산업용 로봇에
Canopy
장착하는
Mobility.
스캐닝 라이다
So
제품을
Canopy Mobility
선보인다고
is introducing
어떤
LiDAR
내용인지
scanning
너무
products.
궁금한데요.
So
그럼
I'm
영상을
very
먼저
interested in
소개드리겠습니다.
listening to the presentation. So first, please check out the video.
안녕하십니까. 주식회사 카네비
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am Jung Jong-taek, CEO of Canopy
2022
Mobility.
IT 기술 혁신 대전에 초대해 주셔서 대단히
So I'd like to thank you
감사합니다.
for inviting
저희
me
회사는 인천에
to the
소개한
2022
경력이
ITS.
자율주행차 센서 개발 회사입니다.
And Canopy Mobility is in Incheon, and it was established in 2001 as an automobile electronic components company.
수중에 많이 판매도 하고
And
있습니다.
the automobile electronic components mean electronic components, but put into electronic components. So from 3 years ago, we have developed the LiDAR-related communication equipment. So I'd like to talk about those today.
긴장해가지고 넘어가 버리네.
I'm a bit nervous, so I'd like to ask for your understanding.
이제 자율주행 시대가 돌아왔습니다. 뭐 자율주행을
As
하는
you know,
거는
we are in the era of autonomous driving, and autonomous driving is not just for the automobiles, but also it applies to the robot, ships, and drones, and so on. So we have 5 senses as humans. So the 5 senses are embedded in our bodies as humans. But while developing the sensors, we have studied our senses. The senses means that it's about seeing and feeling taste and feeling touch, sense of touch, and so on. So the recognition is equivalent to, in case of LiDAR, a radar, and camera. And also a decision-making process is needed for humans, but that is equivalent to the DCU. And the communication means V2X. So in our company is working on development of equipment related to those areas. And today I'd like to talk about the LiDAR sensors. And we have successfully localized the LiDAR sensor. And for your information, the LiDAR sensor was developed in 1950s. So in order to measure the distance in the space, that was developed by the United States 10 years ago. It was very expensive, but with the development of the autonomous driving, LiDAR sensor was known to be mandatory for the new automobile industry. So the development of the LiDAR sensor has advanced much.
전에 1mm 정도의 크기 광원을 이렇게 초당 수만 발을 주사를 하게 됩니다. 이렇게
So
하게
the
되는데
LiDAR sensors emits the lasers, as you see here. So it sends
주사를
the
하게 되는데 이 주사를
laser
하는 거를
pulses.
쏘고 쏜 빛을 우리가 기계에서
And
받아가지고
the
증상을 하게
laser
되면은
pulses are sent and
그때까지의
received.
거리와
So
방향과
we
상대의
measure the
속도까지 정확히
time
알수 있는 게 라이다의
of
특징이 되겠습니다.
having the
라이다가 정답된
reflection,
상황을 알수 있는
receiving the
방사능
reflection of the laser pulse. So based
라이다
on
용어가
the
생소하신
time,
분들 많이 계실
we
건데
measure the
지금 레이더라는
distance.
거를 많이 쓰고 있는데
At the
레이더는
moment,
자동차와
radar
상업으로
is
많이
used
사용하고 있습니다.
much for
레이더는
automobiles and
전파를
ships.
발사해가지고
And the
앞에서
radar
보는 거고,
means that
라이다는 아까 말씀드린 대로 빛 아주
the
미세한
electric
광원을
wave
초당 수만 발 또는
is
수십만 발을
sent.
발사를
However, in
해가지고
case of
앞에 있는
LiDAR,
물체를 스캔을 하게 되면은 거의
tens of
생각보다
thousands
나오는 게
laser
라이다
pulses are emitted, and so that is the
고유
difference between
기술입니다.
LiDAR and
저희가
radar.
라이다를 개발하게 된 거는
So we
2013년에
developed
저희
LiDAR
가장 큰 화두인 앞으로
from
어떻게 무슨 상품을 어떻게 먹고 할
2013.
것인가 이런 문제
So
때문에
at the time in
고민을 많이
2013, there was a
했는데
lot of
자율주행
discussions
시대가
regarding
바뀌었죠.
how
앞으로
successful
자율주행차 시대가
SMEs
오면
can
뭘 할 것인가,
could
무엇을
be.
개발해야 할 것인가를
So
해서
through the
고민을 하는데
discussions, I
국내에 있는
pondered
연구
over
개발
what to
기관과
do
학교에서
for the future.
자율주행차
So
개발을 하는데 센서를 다 라이다 센서를 수입을 해서 이렇게
I got to know that
사용하는 것을 보고
the sensors, in most of the cases, they were imported from other countries. So I wondered why those are imported instead of developed in the nation. So that's the moment that I got into the development process of LiDAR.
저희 그 고유 기술입니다. 라이다
So these are the technologies that we own.
방학계
So we received the project from the government. So we worked on the project. So the scanning and the optical systems were studied, and also the signal control technology, and also how fast we will emit the LDS. So those were studied, and so based on our research, we developed these technologies. So optical systems technology, BLDC motor technology, and control, signal control treatments, the technology, and the visualization control system. So these were established.
저희가 그 아주 비싼 라이다 센서를 국산화를 하면서 물론 전국
So we successfully localized the LiDAR sensors, but the LiDAR sensors that used to be imported from other countries was very expensive. However, as you see here, in terms of PLD, APD, and TDC and motor, we could bring down the prices compared against the price of other nations' products. So we have a plan to provide these products at low price. So the model that we developed is called R16, and the maximum reach distance is 150 meters. And so this is a comparison against the French product Baleo. So Baleo's the maximum reach distance is 150 meters, so it's about the same. However, given the fact that the automobile speed is really fast, and we need to make an improvement in terms of speed. And as I mentioned earlier, cost-wise, we could do localizations for up to 95%. And some of the parts needed to be imported from Germany and other countries. However, cost-wise, our localization rate is 95%, and we have 37 patents related to LiDAR sensor. And in 2021, we got an award called the Engineer Award, the Award of Engineer of Korea. And so in terms of LiDAR sensor market, the foreign products market share is 99%, but our goal is to have a 5% market share domestically.
라이더 시장에 대한 분야입니다. 아까 말씀드렸듯이 드론과 자동차,
As I
AI,
mentioned,
로봇,
drones
스마트
and
공장,
automobiles,
산업,
AI, robots, and Industry 4.0, there are various areas, and the LiDAR sensor can be applied to various sectors. And especially in terms of measuring the distance, LiDAR sensor is really effective. So LiDAR sensor is expected to be further expanded to other sectors. So we have established short-term, mid-term, and long-term plans. So first of all, in the short term, we'd like to position ourselves solidly in the industrial LiDAR market. In the mid-term, we'd like to enter the LiDAR sensor market for marine applications. So in the long term, we'd like to secure global competitiveness. Thank you for listening. Once again, please give him a big hand. So that was the first presentation by Carnegie Mobility. So such an outstanding technology was presented in the first presentation. I look forward to hearing more good news, better news from your side. So let's move on to the second presentation.
There is a timer in front of you, and so please, we ask you to stick to your time allocated, and I will also tell you if you are running out of time. The second presentation will be delivered by Everchemtech. It will talk about recyclability and a high barrier film product that can be recycled and create new value. Let's take a look at a video introducing the product. Good morning. I am the head of the Research Institute, Yeon Chun-seok, at Everchemtech. First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to the Innovative Technology Show, K-Innovative Company Showcase. Everchemtech focuses on packaging materials, our high barrier films. Today, I'd like to tell you something that is very familiar to us every day. So packaging material is something that we use a lot every day, and it protects the content. It can be distributed, and it is safe and easy to use. So this is the purpose of good packaging. But as you know, a lot of the food packaging are made with plastic, and out of all the waste that we produce, about 80% accounts for the packaging that comes from food packaging. And recently, with the rise of single households, and due to the prolonged COVID-19 pandemic, there is an increase for the demand of delivery food, many disposable products, and there is an increasing trend of using these disposable products. And according to a survey done by the Ministry of Environment, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we use 15% more plastic and we produce 15% more waste compared to the world before COVID-19. And so, but are these plastics recyclable? This is something very difficult and challenging to address because there may be various causes, but a lot of the plastic waste are not recycled. Only 9% of them are recycled. Then where does the rest of them go? They are incinerated or burnt or thrown away in the ocean, or they just rot underground for hundreds of years. So we need to be able to protect the content or the food by packaging them well using high barrier packaging. But these packaging may not be recycled, which has an environmental burden. And especially we use a lot of EVOH, and this is something that cannot be recycled, but also it is 100% dependent on import. Therefore, there is a technology dependency, it has an unstable supply, and we cannot avoid an increase in the price. So Everchemtech wanted to address this issue, the economic side of it and also the environmental side of it, to resolve this issue. And starting from 2015, we started to focus our R&D capacity on this issue. So we developed a next generation material called Nexrear. Nexrear, unlike metal material or plastic material, is something that is completely new. We use protein. So we change the structure of the protein and we add eco-friendly additives using our technology to create a high barrier feature similar to that of EVOH. And Nexrear uses whey protein, which is a byproduct of cheese processing. So we use the whey protein by extracting it from cheese, and we use that to have high functional, high barrier feature to block air and oxygen from getting into the content. So this is a completely new standard and a completely new technology that did not exist before. So Nexrear resolves the issue of recyclability as we use eco-friendly material, and it can replace the use of plastic and increase recyclability. So as you can see here in the screen, a lot of the materials that we used before was PE and PP, and the reason why these materials were not uni materials was because they couldn't ensure high barrier functionality. But by using Nexrear material, we were able to make it into a uni material, and according to a certification agency in Korea, it was evaluated to have outstanding recyclability. Nexrear material also, the previous EVOH is 12 micron. The thickness of it is 12 micrometrics, but when we consider the amount of the use of EVOH, it is quite an amount. But the technology that we apply to our material makes the weight less and the thickness less, and we was given a certification of eco-friendliness by the Ministry of Environment. And in terms of recycling the waste, when Nexrear is applied, the environmental burden is reduced by 46.5% compared to other products. So the global gas barrier market is about 27 trillion in Korean won, and we have about 3 trillion market that can be replaced by Nexrear. And so using next year will be able to result in a benefit of 1.4 trillion Korean won and ensure a more price competitiveness compared to EVOH. So we are the first to develop this material, but we can also use them in various packaging. And if we can expand the scope of the use of this material in packaging, I believe that we have more potential. Another point that I would like to make is the potential. So we aim to replace plastic use and also develop paper packaging. And the reason why it wasn't used in food packaging is because its ability to block oxygen and also its durability. And so we are focusing R&D in developing paper packaging so that in the near future we will be able to launch a paper-based food packaging material. And this is what we aim for. So this brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Please give him a big round of applause. Now, the second presentation was delivered by Everchemtech, and all of these products just proves how much effort and dedication went into the development of these products. Now let's move on to the third company, which will be delivered by Intellivics, and on smart city and intelligent transport system based on deep learning and CCTV analysis. So let's take a look at the video introducing the company.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kim Ge-yoon. I am from Intellivics. First of all, thank you for selecting my company as an innovative K company and providing me with this opportunity to introduce our products. Let me introduce an edge type image analysis device based on deep learning on innovative products. Founded in 2000, we are a vision AI specialized company focusing on image analysis. For a long period of time, we have accumulated a lot of data through solution development and installation in various industries. Through big data, we are striving to develop more user-centered, effective, valuable, and practical solutions. We are supplying intelligent CCTV solutions to local governments and public institutions across the country. In the process, we discovered a problem regarding on-site system installation because on a yearly basis, hundreds and thousands of CCTVs are being increased, and they are being installed across the nation by public institutions and local governments. But currently the video analysis system is centralized, and the control centers of local governments and public institutions built with intelligent CCTV and selective control business are already saturated. We have recognized there is a problem. So in order to expand the system with the addition of cameras, a separate large space for installing foreign equipment servers, a constant temperature and humidity system for equipment maintenance, a time-consuming construction period, and high installation costs are required. So we have contemplated whether we can technically solve this problem, and we came down to the premise that image analysis solution should be applied to edge computing and space management. Time and cost problems can be solved at the same time. So development direction is based on the artificial intelligence, which is the key technology in the DNA of the the fourth industry revolution and the digital New Deal. We focused on streaming the intelligent image analysis algorithm acquired through many years of development and user experience and solving the resource limitations of edge computing aimed at the same or better performance for the advancement of intelligent CCTV. So first, we utilized the key technology NSKIP. That is part of our technology development patent to streamline the algorithm. So by applying the hybrid, tracking method, we have increased GPU and CPU efficiency. And the second one is the multi-ROI. So that is one of the main technologies that we have. So we have another patent for. So we have secured the same and better performance through a multi-ROI technology. So by applying two major technologies of our technology patent to embedded type edge computing, we have developed edge type image analysis device. We have completed the registration of copyrights for carrier boards and cases designed and manufactured in-house, image analysis software, etc., and established our own manufacturing facility based on ISO 9001. And when streamlined algorithm and performance verified technologies are applied to edge computing, video analysis of up to 8 channels is possible. It detects 23 types of related events by recognizing people and vehicles based on the deep learning whole body properties of pedestrian and vehicle types. Last year, our product was designated by the Public Procurement Service last year, and this year it was designated as an innovative product by the Ministry of Science and ICT. And we secured various certifications related to the product by the Ministry of SMEs and Startups and the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy. Thus, we have secured the public institutions' recognition of the product and the reliability of its performance. This is examples of installation on site. The product is used for monitoring long distance, and also we are able to monitor violent behaviors in our daily lives. For example, in terms of the national defense area, it's possible to monitor the security systems. And in terms of the transportation sector, on a real-time basis, by using our product, the intersections-related signals can be controlled. And in case of the crosswalks, for example, those vulnerable, like the senior citizens and the children, when they are in danger or considering their safety, the time for green lights can be extended. And in case of the elevators, by using our system, it's possible to detect wheelchairs and walking sticks. And we are working on the automatic summon systems. So this is the real example. As you see here, so violent activities or the behaviors can be detected, and also it is possible to monitor the offenses of the military units. And as you see, the transportation sector is also applied by our system. And the face recognition based entrance and exit system and smart transportation system and a smart farm and smart factory and the smart industrial safety are the areas where our system can be applied. And these are the expected results. And we are able to save social costs, and at the same time, we will be able to replace the foreign servers. And at the same time, we can increase safety that could be felt by the public and establish the foundation for industrialization. And so we are at the same time, we are able to build a social safety net in consideration of those vulnerable, including elders and children. So Intellibex will make continuous effort for the safety of the general public as a K-innovative company. That's it for the presentation. So thank you for your presentation. You are on time. So much content was delivered in as part of the presentation. Thank you very much.
Next, let's move on to our next presentation from Chijun System. It will be talking about the intelligent parking lot integration system. So our next presenter is waiting to come up on stage, and let's take a video before we listen to the presentation. Good morning. I am Park Chung-hyo from Chijun System. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on the successful opening of the 23rd Innovative Technology Show. And I was actually in the military for 23 years until recently, and I started a new chapter in my life, which is Chijun System. I would like to thank my CEO for giving me this opportunity. Chijun System was established in 2004. It is an IT company. We achieved amazing growth, and we recently developed an intelligent parking lot integration system using IT technology to create safe and convenient underground parking spaces. Actually, I majored in something different, and I only have a military background, and so there are a lot of challenges for me, but I would like to ask for your understanding. Today, I'd like to talk about the overall technology of the intelligent parking integration system and each of the different technologies that goes into the system. Yesterday, I drove here, but today I took the subway. Yesterday, when I was parking my car, I couldn't find a vacant spot, and I had to drive around for quite some time until I found a vacant spot. As you know, the underground parking space is very difficult to find. It's full of fine dust and exhaust gas and other pollutants with poor conditions. Also, because it is literally underground, it is quite closed and dark, and so it has blind spots for crimes and accidents to occur. Recently, there was a fire with an EV involved, and there was another accident in a department store. And also, during the flood season a few weeks back, a lot of these parking spaces were flooded. And also, a lot of these spaces have 24-hour lighting, which accounts for a lot of the cost, and we are wasting a lot of the energy. Therefore, we need to improve these issues, and first, before we do that, we need to understand the current parking management systems. Generally, parking management systems are located in the control room in the underground of the building. They have entrance control, emergency situation management, and system for managing internal environment and energy. So as you can see here, there is the entrance control, one-pass system, emergency bell system, lighting control, ventilation, video detection, and all of these different systems are installed separately, and they run separately. So at Chijun System, we developed a system that integrates all of these different components using Bluetooth mesh network. And we are able to design and integrate the design of each of these different components and systems. They all use intelligent servers, and so we have continued to optimize the technology using AI, OT, and we found ways to supplement the disadvantages to prevent crime, improve air quality, and save energy.
그러면 지금부터
Next, I'd like to talk about the key components.
기능과 특징에 대해서 알아보겠습니다. 먼저 주차율
First is the parking guide CCTV. It has the detection and crime prevention cameras features and also video features to check occupancy. It can light up depending on the vacancy of the spots. And the CCTV can recognize up to 6 or 12 parking spaces, and it is enabled by number recognition, and it detects movement. Also, based on cutting-edge system, it can display occupancy, and we can minimize blind spots using this system. Next is a comparison between the previous system and our integrated method. The single camera method requires installation of number recognition camera and security camera, and the ultrasonic sensor method also requires ultrasonic sensors for each parking space, and for every security camera it requires mode bars. But the integrated CCTV system that we developed only requires one mode bar, and this makes the design very simplified. Next is a one-pass system, which enables common entrance management, parking location confirmation, emergency call, and it can be linked to smartphones. And when you have this one-pass key in your hand, the common entrance will open automatically, and you can also call for the elevator. Also, in any case of emergency, users can use the emergency call feature, and it can be connected to a smartphone for users to use, and it functions the same as a one-pass key. This is the emergency bell system, which supports both wired and wireless communication through Bluetooth wireless communication, and it is connected to the smartphone, so in any emergency, the user can call the control room and can communicate to inform of the situation. Next is a smartphone application. This is an application that we've developed, and users can install the app, and they can understand the occupancy status per floor, and they can also find the nearest vacant spot. They can also check their location of the vehicle, and so these are very convenient. For example, if you come back to the parking space, sometimes you forget where you parked a car, so this is something that is very useful to use. Next is the integrated mode bar. As you can see in this image, this is something that we developed. This has different types of sensors and CCTV, and it can be all integrated into one mode bar. As you can see, it can be installed along the walls together with the pipeline for firefighting facility, or the upper part can be used for the firefighting facility while the electricity is in the bottom area, meaning that you can integrate them, and you can also adjust the light because it maintains a 30% brightness, and then adjust the lights to 100% when a movement is detected, meaning that it has high energy efficiency. Next is the awards and the certifications that we received. In 2021, we have received a certification from KT, and we have a total of 23 certifications and patents for our technology. We have supplied the system to 8 different sites, and we are getting a lot of inquiries from different organizations, and we aim to roll out our system to a lot of our public buildings. So this is a system for a convenient parking system. So I introduced the overall technology and system to you, and I believe that this is a very innovative technology, and we aim to expand the market dominance, and we aim to become lead this in a new growth engine in the field of parking management system. And we will lead in building a safer and more convenient parking management system. I will end my presentation with that promise. Thank you for listening. Please give him a big round of applause. Thank you. Thank you very much for that passionate presentation. And he mentioned that this company is a new chapter in his life. It shows his affection and dedication for the technology. And thank you very much for your presentation. So we are continuing with the K-Innovative Company Showcase, and we are hearing from a lot of the innovative companies in Korea. For these companies, I believe today's event is an important and valuable opportunity. So please, when they come up on the stage, give them a warm round of applause. Now we have our fifth speaker from CQ Works. This company will talk about emergency situations and detection recognition system in response of disasters. And so we look forward to this presentation, and let's take a look at the video clip.
Good morning, everyone. It's been 4 years since the establishment of our company, CQ Works, and our goal is to become the number 20 unicorn company of Korea. So my name is Park Jae-sang, the CEO of the CQ Works. So all our development and the production is based on safety, and also we are taking into consideration indoors. And however, I have worries and concerns. So for example, while I am at work, I am concerned whether my child, my kids are okay, safe indoors. And what about parents who is living alone? And for example, during the national holidays, for example, people go back to their hometown, and in the meantime, the home is vacant, and so we are worried about whether the gas is on or off at home, and so we have many worries and concerns these days. And also there were kind of accidents where some family members died because of the tragic event of exposed gas at home, and also there were crimes that happened based on the breakage into houses. And also there were a lot of damage incurred, as you know, according to the media coverage. In the data center, there was a fire caused by batteries, so that disrupted our daily life a lot. So amid these dangers and risks, and we are using so many systems and equipment. However, so those systems and the products have limitations because they are based on the analog-based technologies, and also many of them have some limitations. So in order to tackle the risks or damage or dangers related to the indoors, we have developed our technology, safe smart system. So please take a look at the video. Hello everyone, I am Dong Jung-min. It's been a year since Japan announced its restrictions on the products imported from Korea. intrusion is detected. So in case a person breaking into your house, that is detected through the detection sensor. And based on sound, movements are tracked and detected. Japan is taking up more than half of the sensor market. So in order to replace the Japanese products, the domestic company successfully developed a sensor. So this is the technology that is able to tackle the blind spot issue. So we will be able to export our product to other nations. So I'd like to give you an overview of our product. So our product sends the sound at a specific frequency through the built-in speaker and receives the sound through a microphone. So we use the AI, so we analyze the sound. So the analysis is made based on the sound field. So the sound field-based sensor and AI are being used for our technology. So we successfully commercialize this technology. So what matters is that we don't have any blind spot if we use this technology, and we are able to detect the signs of risk or fire and intrusion in advance. So that is good for prevention. And also, it is possible to detect a fire in early stage by detecting the most heated part. And we have developed the technologies to detect things for the safety of humans and pets. So let's say that there is a senior citizen who fell on the floor, but if at the same time, if there was a pet, the existing sensor would not be able to detect whether it is a human or a pet. At the moment, the existing products available in the market have limitations, but our technology based on AI is able to detect which one is human and which one is a pet. And all our products were developed last year, and we are operating the products like 350 pieces in Nagwon shopping mall, and also our products is available in Hyundai department stores and the many research institutions across the nation. And also our products are being used in the public renting apartments in Gwangju and other places. So IoT convergence is possible. At the same time, it can be applicable to the national defense industry. And also, it could be available in the form of software. So our technology product can be connected to your set-top box or home appliances, IoT-based home appliances. As you know, there is a growing number of households based on one single person or just women only. So this product is really useful for those types of households. And there was a recent incident. There was a fire in the EV battery factory. So now we are conducting research to tackle the problem. And there is a time interval like 1 minute or 3 minutes. So within a short span of time, through our technology, it will be possible to detect the signs of fire. So it will lead to fire prevention. And so this was already installed in Sohari factory of Kia Motors. And for 6 months, we installed and we operated our product. So through the process, we could verify that our product is useful for fire prevention, and it is so good at detecting problems. And at the moment, we are in negotiations with many countries. And for example, Aramco in Saudi Arabia and one of the companies in Southeast Asia are the negotiating partners at the moment. So we are in discussions to export our products. So our goal is to become a global company in terms of not just a product, but also in terms of a platform. So we'd like to come up with the entire platform to take care of lives of the people. And so we received the presidential award, as you see here, and also in addition, we have several other awards that we have received. And we were a new, excellent product and new excellent system certified. And also last year's we got an award from InnoBiz Association as well. And this is the last page of my presentation. And we finished the process for Series A funding. And we have entered the domestic and global market in a successful manner thanks to the Series A funding. And now, our goal is to become a global company to protect the safe lives of people. Thank you very much. This ends my presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a big hand once again. So that was a genuine comment from the CEO of the company. So he expressed he shared with us his goal, and I really hope that today's session can be the stepping stone for you to realize your goal.
Next, we have our sixth company from Nesentech. He'll be talking about drones that are used in surveillance or finding missing people at disaster sites. And so, let's take a look at a video before we invite the CEO to the stage. Good morning. I am Young Min-wook, head of the Research Institute at Nesentech. I'd like to express my gratitude for giving me this opportunity to present at the K-Innovative Company Showcase. I'd like to introduce to you our multi-purpose unmanned multi-copter drone system. What do you think of when you hear of the term unmanned aircraft? I'm sure you're more familiar with the futuristic systems that we see in the movie that is more familiar to us. Around the end of the World War I and World War II, there were similar unmanned aircrafts, but they were not used in practice. And a surveillance unmanned drone was used for the first time in the Fourth Middle East War, which is the start of the era of UAVs as we know it. Then what are drones? In the end of 2012, a multi-copter UAV was first introduced to the public as drone at the CES. It was a small object flying in the air, which was very refreshing. And so, let me move on to introducing our company. We develop fixed-wing helicopters that are traditional UAVs. Of course, we began developing multicopters when it first became advent. And surprisingly, around the same time, the Korean Army was also considering using drones in battles. And so as you can see here, the small black dots you see are drones that we used when there wasn't even a term for drones. This is an experiment we did with the Army. Do you see the video and the image on the slide? You will see people there, small white dots, they're people. And this is when we began in earnest to develop drones. So recently, there has been a lot of use of drones in the military, and the Army has launched its Army Tiger drill team. and established a new team to dedicate to AI and robots. Now they have made it from simple manual flight to auto flight, and now they are evolving the use of drones. So let's take a look at the reality of our drones. So what are the problems when it comes to drones? As you can see here, do you see a drone hidden in the image? If there's a problem with your car, it will stop, but a drone will fall. And the safety issue were issues that arose in the initial stages of developing drones. While we made the drones smaller, there are things that we gave up and we had to ignore. But now we made up for the things that we gave up on, and safety and reliability of drones have become much better. Another issue is security. So drones that are commercialized or uses open source or non-secure communication are vulnerable to security risks. And so we developed our own communication protocol and applied our own encryption system in our drones, and we supplied these drones to the military for the first time, and now it has become the standard of the drone security communication in the military. So these issues have been resolved in the end. But there are other issues. Radio waves. I don't know if you are familiar with radio waves, but this picture is using a jammer gun to jam our drone in mid-air. Jamming is about shooting radio frequency to disrupt any device that uses radio frequency. And when there are two or more devices using similar frequency flying nearby, it can cause abnormality, which is called interference, but this is called jamming. So the problem is that it's very difficult to avoid such a situation because you cannot see or hear these frequency. What is the issue from the drone's perspective? First, the communication with the controller will be cut off. Second, they cannot receive GPS data. And so this is a huge issue because they don't know the current location, and this issue happened at the same time, and this will cause us to lose the drone. So let me just go into the technical detail briefly. When we talk about GPS, it's on the left-hand side, you can see, and the right-hand side is how we process that. And so when this is turned off through jamming, then the GPS dies. Then what happens? Because the drone cannot identify its location, it maintains its location. It's like a drifting boat. So the previous alternatives were using an electric compass to understand the direction, or using inertial navigation to understand the location and come back home. However, there is a significant deviation because it's the same as closing your eyes and moving around. You can see that you can just maybe pass by the home base because you have communication cut off. And so it can deviate for about dozens of kilometers. And so as a result, we will definitely lose the drone. So then what can we do? As you can see here, there is a camera instead of the GPS. I changed the image here on the screen. Then how can we solve this issue? Most operational drones have cameras, and our special drones, like our drones, also even have thermal imaging cameras. So what happens if we combine this to flight control? We look at the land beneath from 100-meter altitude, and we calculate the distance the drone is traveling. And we divide it up by this time, then you can understand the speed that the drone is flying. So if we combine this to inertial navigation, then it may be inaccurate compared to GPS, but you can still estimate the speed and reduce the margin of error. And so as a result, the drone will be able to operate and return even if there is jamming. And when we use thermal imaging, you can also use the drone during the nighttime. So the drone performs the block diagram dozens to hundreds of times per second to calculate its location, and we'll be able to see as we fly. This is our video-based anti-jamming navigation technology that we developed. So let me introduce our product. SWID, S-W-I-D, means Smart Wired Drone, but now it has evolved into Smart Works Intelligent Drone. It is the first ever wireless and wired drone, and it applies security system and surveillance features. It has been designated as an outstanding product in the field of drones. We supply our product to the military and firefighting agencies as a multi-purpose, specialized drone system. Based on the data we gain from various operations, this drone flies in above 100-meter altitude during daytime and nighttime. It is an innovative product that uses software technology and video-based anti-jamming navigation technology. Our products are used by various agencies, including the military and firefighting institutions. The military, as mentioned before, has already used our drones. And in the firefighting agencies, they use drones to monitor disaster or fire situations. And a lot of different organizations also use our drones to inspect key national facilities, create spatial information, and as a platform for research by national research institutes. As you know, the drone market has continued to grow. Naturally, the defense market led the growth, and these days we are seeing a growth in the market led by commercial drone market. And so drones are doing things we never expected in spaces we never thought of, and there are surprising results and outcomes. The drones are becoming more various solutions. They distinguish different tanks, and they automatically inspect runways as well. And what's important is that we have to ensure safety. We will apply our technologies and various solutions to ensure a Korea where drones fly safely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your presentation. Please give him another big round of applause. We've heard from Nessun Tech on drones, and so he introduced a lot of the projects and products of drones. Thank you very much for your presentation. Now let's move on to our next company, our seventh speaker.
So I'd like to introduce to you JPS. They are dedicated to steel packing automation. So please check out the video. Nice to see you all, everyone. I am Yeodong-un, CEO of JPS, and we are located in Gimhae, Gyeongsang-Namdo Province. And this is I am part of the second generations of our family founders, and we are positioning ourselves in the global market. I'd like to introduce to you the smart strapping head, and this is the only and unique brand that we have. So the United States and Japan, and so there are companies which are producing strapping head. So they used to produce the strapping head for the industry. So the strapping head needs to come from the US and Japan. So that was like a well-known fact in the industry. However, we have developed a smart strapping head, and we are using the automation technology. So as you know, steel is indispensable to our lives. when I say strapping head, maybe you don't have a good idea, but please take a look at the photo. So the steel making facilities is producing coil. So where does the coil go? So the coil is turned to the steel pipes and steel plates and so on. So and ultimately, bolts, nuts, and parts related to automobiles and or related to other products are made with this steel. So through the transportation process, the steel needs to be delivered in a safe manner. So only when that happens, processors will be able to do the processing into nuts and bolts and so on. But for more than several decades, the US and Japan have dominated the market for strapping head. The JPS is a small company, but through the effort of 2 generations, we have collected all the know-hows that we have accumulated so far, and finally we have come up with the smart strapping head. And for the first time in the world, we have come up with the smart head. And so in the existing system, there are 2 types, seal notch type and the welding type. So, but the existing types used to have problems. For example, there is a noise generated at the 112 decibels or higher, and it is impossible to check the strapping level for packing on a real-time basis. And in case of using low-grade band, there were troubles. So that needed more human resources. And at the same time, it was impossible to control the level of strapping for packing depending on the conditions of the materials that are packed. So sometimes when we try to bind books with the strap, sometimes we do the strapping tightly or less tightly. So depending on the conditions of the product that are packed, we adjust the level of strapping. However, that was not possible in the existing equipment. But the smart strapping head that we developed for the first time in the world has advantages. So we loaded the electrical soft motor, and we made assembly modular structures that are small in size and are light in weight. And just like measuring our weight, we are able to do the strapping in an accurate manner. So for example, at least the 30-minute or 40-minute long moving through the cradles was needed in the past. And sometimes the packing in the process, the packing is destroyed, but we didn't know why that happened. But with the smart strapping head, we are able to resolve those issues, and there is no damage to the surface of the steel band. And we got this idea from tire band for the automobiles. And at the same time, we are able to resolve the quality issues of the band. So pneumatic strapping head. When it comes to pneumatic strapping head, it was impossible to do the monitoring on a real-time basis. But in our case, it's possible. And also individual control of the strapping power, that was impossible according to the existing pneumatic strapping head. But in our case, that's possible as well. And was it possible to control or overlapped bending parts in a precise manner? So according to the pneumatic strapping head, there was an error of more than 300 millimeters. But in our case, the error millimeters has reduced down to 50 millimeters. And there's less band damage, band surface damage in our case. And the head weight is less heavier in our case. And also the maintenance time is much more reduced. And in case of the head replacement, it takes 15 minutes, and replacing the consumable parts is just is possible within 5 minutes. So we have come up with a very safe structure for smart strapping head. Compared to the global companies, we were able to bring down the cost by more than 40%. And so cost-wise, manufacturing costs and the production costs. So in these types of costs, we could bring up the efficiency by 20%. So tackling quality issues is also possible, as I mentioned. So one facility usually consists of 4 heads. So in that case, if you use our product, you will reduce cost greatly. So all the steel makers are starting to use our product, Smart Strapping Head. And last year, we achieved 10 billion won in sales. And this year, we signed a contract with Indian company. And so this year, we expect 3 billion won in sales. And next year, we are expecting more than 10 billion won in sales at home and abroad. So our Smart Strapping Head will grow further in terms of sales, given the fact that in Korea there are more than 200 packing lines. And also we are able to export our products to overseas markets. So we are not complacent about the current stage. And now we are working with the Ministry of SMEs and Startups to develop IoT-based smart strapping head. So new features will be added. For example, the alarm system that is on in case of expected replacement of the consumable product or consumable parts. And as you see here, we received many awards. For example, the Korean Industrial Grand Prize and so on. So at the moment, we have 86 patents and 2,600 shareholders are supporting us, and we are luring private sector's investment as well. And we are the only Korean company that has our unique technology. So in by 2025, we have a plan to be listed on Kosdaq, and we will definitely make it to the global top 4 in terms of the steel packing automation. So this is what I tell our shareholders. So when it comes to home appliances, there are 2 choices like LG or Samsung. But in terms of the packing automation, JPS is the only option available in Korea. So thank you for your support. So thank you very much for the presentation. So competitiveness of JPS was talked about, and also he shared with us his future goals. I look forward to hearing good news in the future as well.
Next is the 8th speaker of today from Isun. Isun will talk about a drone charging system. And so let's take a look at a video before we hear from the presenter. Good morning. I am Imagination Leader Kim Eun-uk, CEO of ISON. I'd like to talk about a world-class Korean product. This is the goal objective of our company. We are a drone company established 8 years ago. The drone market can be categorized into the aircraft market and the application market. The aircraft market is led by China. Chinese companies are ranked number 1. Next, we have French companies and the American companies in the market. On the other hand, the application market is 3 times bigger than the aircraft market, and our goal, ISON's goal, is to become the leading company in the application market. Distinguished guests, do you know why the drones aren't being used as much as we'd imagine? That's because of these issues. Directly, there are issues of the burden of making mistakes, frequent battery replacement, and inconvenient shooting on site. And indirectly, there is a difficulty and challenge in getting relevant licenses. There are privacy issues. And so these are the issues that are obstacles in drone application. To solve that issue, we have used our imagination, and we've come up with this system where we share the drones, where anyone can use drones. So shared drone system is a completely new system, and we aim to develop this platform by the end of this year. We have to ensure safety as well as convenient use, and we have to aim for cost efficiency and increase accessibility for anyone to use. So next is on the essential 3 components in achieving and developing shared drone system. First is innovation in the charging system. So we aim to supply power by identifying polarity, and this will be an easy and simple way to charge drones. Next is innovating the way of operation, and these systems will be able to be installed anywhere. And third is drone sharing platform. This will be the key technology where anyone can access the platform and just simply apply for shooting a video or an image without having to actually use the drone to shoot images themselves. So all of these products, all of these technologies are embedded in our product. So we have a drone charging station. We have a control system, control tower system. And so these are the components of our platform that will support safe and reliable operation of drones flying in the non-visible range. And so our customers can be governmental agencies, departments, local governments, public institutions, as well as private companies and individuals, the people. The drones can be used in public areas such as public construction, river protection, forest protection, search and surveillance, energy, and national statistics, while they can also be used in the private areas, including engineering, construction, survey, solar power, facility management, agricultural and animal husbandry, as well as shooting for different events. Also, We will
목표입니다.
aim towards making our product into a global product and create a
다음은
revenue stream
실현
from our
가능성입니다.
global customers. Next is the feasibility of our technology. And we are
국내에 많은 지식 재산권을 갖고 있습니다.
aiming for high growth based on our
공공기관과
rich and abundant IPR,
실증 사업을 수행하고
as
있으며
well as several different pilot projects that we are implementing with government agencies. And
미래의 가능성을
we also have various awards and certifications that prove our capability.
우리는 적은 인원으로 혁신적인 사업을 추진하기 위해서
We aim to lead innovation with a small but creative and agile organization. So we restructured our organization into a creative and flexible organization.
어떠한 일에도
We
대응할 수 있도록
have a holacracy-based football formation organization,
직원의 직급은
and individuals' titles are professionals and leaders. So
하루의 업무를 수행합니다.
we focus on our roles and tasks like a football team.
연구개발 중심 기업으로
We also have various capabilities.
높은
We
품질의
have
인증을 받아
several quality certifications, and our product is registered as an innovative product. And recently,
국가대표 1000에 선정되는 태거도
we were designated as one of the top 1,000 innovative Korean companies.
라스베가스에서 개최하는
And
CES 2002에서 혁신상을 수상하기도
we
했습니다.
also received the Innovation Award at the CES 2022,
각종
which was hosted
언론에서도
in Las
우리의
Vegas.
기술을 극찬하며
And
응원을
many media
하지
outlets
않고
praise our technology.
열정이 시련을 극복할 때
When passion overcomes obstacles, we will achieve great success. This is the slogan of our company, and based on this philosophy and slogan, we will
감사합니다.
aim for success. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you. Please give him a big round of applause.
네, 고맙습니다.
Thank you very
문제를
much.
해결하기 위해서 상상력을 동원한다라는
You mentioned that you
굉장히
used an
인상적이었는데요.
imagination
앞으로도
in
어떤
resolving
상상력을
issues, and
펼쳐서
so we look forward to your imagination in resolving
이어지는
issues in the future as well.
어느덧
Next, we will move on to our ninth speaker for today.
주식회사 C&B를
I'd like to introduce to you C&B. The C&B is the company that is using high radio frequencies for aesthetic medical devices. Please take a look at the video first. Good morning, everyone. I am from C&B that is going global. My name is Kang Sun-young, CEO of the company. So I'd like to thank you for inviting me to the ITS 2022. As you are well aware, there are medical devices in many numbers these days. So when you hear the word medical devices, what would you think of? So you can name MRI, CT, ultrasound wave, or the surgical equipment. Of course, depending on their purposes, there are many kinds of medical devices. There are medical devices that lengthen the lifespan of people, and at the same time, there are other medical devices that increase the value of your life. So the C&B is the one who is developing and exporting aesthetical medical devices that enhances the value of your life. So the medical devices is based on the convergence of many kinds of technologies. And the C&B has 23 years of experience in the aesthetic medical device industry. So we looked into different devices from countries around the world, and we have been working on localizing the technology. So we gained clinical know-how over the last 23 years, and we are now contributing to the industrial development of Korea. And so when it comes to the development of medical devices, what matters most in your view? So first one is safety, and the second one is safety, and third one is safety. Safety is what matters most. In the medical device industry, safety is important. And as you know, FDA is well known for putting safety first. And K-INNO is in line with the requirements by FDA, and we have received an approval from FDA. And currently, we are getting a lot of inquiries and from the clients across the world. So we are in collaboration with the advisory panel of doctors, and also we are researching SCI grade papers. And through clinical studies, we are announcing the results of our clinical data, and we are disseminating the clinical data to across the world. As you know, the whole world is aging. So many people want to have a younger and healthier life. In this age, more people should be able to lead a younger and healthy life based on the aesthetic medical devices. So I'd like to introduce to you our product, Virtue RF. So Virtue RF is the third generation device. So that complemented the issues or problems of the existing devices, and that reduces the pain and side effects. So it is very effective. And at the same time, it is available at reasonable prices. Virtue RF is based on 4 advanced technologies. Advanced cooling system, integrated pulsed radio frequency system, integrated energy control system, and the minimum depth control system. First, I'd like to talk about ACS. The advanced cooling system was not available in the competitors' equipment. So because of that, there was a pain, and also many people were afraid of getting the treatment with that existing product in the market. But with the applications of the advanced cooling system technologies, we were able to bring down the level of pain. And the second one is the IPRS. So the high radio frequency energy is split into a maximum of 10. So that technology was used in lasers. So we applied that technologies to our product. So the damage to the skin has been reduced, and so the recovery time was reduced as well. So there is not that serious disruptions to your daily life. And third one is IECS, Integrated Energy Control System. So the Virtual RF product is offering many options of megahertz. And the fourth is the MDCS, Medium Depth Control System. The minimum depth of the existing products available in the market used to be just 0.5 millimeters, but we are offering a depth of 0.1 millimeters. So you are able to control the depth of the needle by 0.1 millimeters. So this means that you can do the treatment to the eyelids that were considered difficult to apply the treatment to. So we were able to resolve the issues of the existing devices that are available in the market, and also it is safe and effective. The global aesthetic medical device market is growing at an annual rate of 12%. So there are a growing number of people who want to have a more valuable life, and this is leading to the growth of and the needs for the aesthetic medical device market. And the K-INNO achieved a lot of patents and certifications, as you see on the screen. The K-INNO is exporting our products to 70 countries around the world, and we will continue disseminating the Korean medical technologies to all nations around the world. Thank you for listening.
네, 고맙습니다. 주식회사
Thank you very
K-INNO의
much.
대표였습니다.
That was a presentation by
앞으로도 더
Shi
많은
and B.
소식들도 기쁜 소식 많이
So I also look forward to hearing good news in the future as well. So we are running the session for K-Innovative Companies Showcase, but now we are coming to the last part of the session. So I'd like to introduce to you the last company.
K-INNO's technology would like to talk about the inspection of packaging of food and other products. So this is our last presenter of today. Please welcome the speaker with a big round of applause. Let's take a look at a video first. Good morning. I am Shin Byung-won from P&S Technology. First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to this opportunity. I would like to introduce our company and our equipment and products. We are a machine vision inspection system company, and we develop, manufacture, supply, and export our equipment. We focus on packaging in food and beverages, and also cosmetics and pharmaceuticals. We also recently expanded into pharmaceutical fields. So let me introduce our company and then talk about the equipment, preform inspection equipment. So we have been established for 25 years now, and we have developed vision inspection equipment, and we record around 10 million USD in sales. So we started this business in 1997, and we established an R&D center in 1999 because we realized that there's a lot of need from the companies in inspection for vision equipment, and so we are developing these equipment that inspect packaging. And there weren't any companies that did that in Korea, and we started this business in the 1990s. And through research and development, we were the first company in Korea to start exporting preform inspection equipment. And we started exporting in Vietnam and Thailand, and also other countries across the world. And we have we export into 11 countries with 13 strategic partners. So, for example, we have developed an inspection equipment for uranium, and because we are a vision inspection company, we also developed a specialized inspection equipment for uranium, and it is an automated inspection equipment that we were requested by a company to develop such an equipment, and so we have this special history. So we have an organization that looks like this. We have different teams, sales team, CS team, hardware, software, and production team, and electricity team. Also, because we export overseas, we have to focus on R&D, but also on sales as well. So we need to understand the customers' processes and manufacturing processes, and we need to be able to provide customized solutions. And other vision inspection companies buy libraries to provide solution, but we are developing our own equipment, which is something that we are differentiated from other companies. Also, we can develop new algorithms to provide customized solutions. The hardware team is also very important in our organization because these inspections are done based on PC. We use the US PC, but it takes a lot of time and money to maintain the hardware, and so it was difficult to run our business, and so we decided to run our own PC system. We have a controller and PC system that is integrated. It is our own developed technology. Also, there are other teams that establish different systems for post-processing and pre-post-processing. And all of these technologies are manufactured by our manufacture team, and we have a CS team that is located in Thailand and also in Japan to be close to our customers. So as I mentioned before, we have a lot of businesses in Southeast Asia, and we also have presence in a lot of the logistics hubs. For example, we focus on F&B, packaging, and preform inspection, and so we are trying to expand into other countries, including China. So we have packaging, F&B, pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, which are the main key focuses of our businesses. And also, I'd like to talk about the vision system, and I would like to mainly talk about preform. I will just move on because I don't have much time. These are all of the in-house solutions that we have. This is the technology lineup, and I will just move on these slides. These are equipment for inspecting filled bottles, empty bottles, caps, glass bottles, all of the F&B inspections. We do have equipment for them. We also have different equipment for others and in F&B. We also have a high-speed preform inspection equipment. Preform inspection requires a lot of speed because we inspect more than thousands of equipment containers at the same time, and so we have our high-speed preform inspection equipment that is automated and does not require manual operations. So it has become a smart factory of a kind. So we are trying to expand our business capability in these high-speed preform inspection equipment. And so we have developed and designed this equipment and supply them to overseas and other companies. We have screen cameras, which is something different, unlike the camera we use on our smartphones. It is a 360-degree camera. We also have a gate cutter. I'll explain more in detail in the later slides. Now, this is what the structure looks like. We do an inspection of the surface and the floors and the sides. We scanned the structure. We also scan the mold. As you can see here, this is the flow diagram of our equipment. And so this is the flow diagram. The preforms enter the equipment for inspection, they are scanned, and then they are gate cutted. And then we have a mirror tracking, which is a patented technology, and it rotates 360 degrees to enter all of these preforms, and it rotates all of the items. It scans all of it through camera, and it takes video of the image and the items. And this is a gate cutting cutter. It is integrated into the equipment, and this is the scanning camera that I just mentioned before. And as you can see here, they screen and scan each of the different slides, and we have a mirror tracking system that can scan the item 360 degrees and reads individual items, and it also contributes in establishing and developing a database. They are scanned 6 times each, and then coming back to this inspection, the equipment looks at any cracks or any defects. This is an image of scanning the sides and the floors of the bottles. And we also have a strength in this area as well. So this is a mirror tracking system that I mentioned before. And when the iris is opened, the camera follows and tracks the item and scans it by 360 degrees. And the iris speed is synchronized with the speed that the item travels throughout the equipment, so we can verify the video. This is inside the equipment, and this is the preform inspection equipment. So we aim to expand the market share and also enter the pharmaceuticals market. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for your presentation. That was the last presentation that we had. That was a very passionate presentation, and thank you very much. So this brings us to the end of the 10 presentations of K-innovative companies. There were various fields and products that were introduced today, and it was hard to keep track of the time because we saw how innovative and amazing these technologies and products were. And so I am sure that the audience felt the same way, and we have today with us judges and panels of the judges and the audience. And I don't know how our audience saw of this technology showcase, and so let us invite the audience and expert to comment on today's showcase. So from Financial News, Director Kang Jae-yong, the mic is handed over to you. Any comments that you'd like to share with us?
Good morning. I am Kang Jae-yong from Financial News, and I'm also working as a facilitator for the journalists reporting the Ministry of SMEs and startups. I was very surprised because when it comes to innovation, we always conjure up the image of Steve Jobs. So Steve Jobs was in front of the big screen and he was explaining his products, as you know. But this is what I saw today as well in the K-Innovative Company Showcase. Not just in the format, but also in content. I realized that there are many innovative companies in Korea. So rather than having a gloomy picture for the Korean economy, I have more rosy picture for the Korean economy now that I heard the presentations of many innovative companies of Korea. And I had the opportunity to listen to new business opportunities before they become more famous. I think that I have to interview them first. And of course, innovative technologies are important, but at the same time, what it is important is that whether or not we are able to reflect those innovative technologies to the market. So no matter how innovative technology it is, it cannot be a good technology if it is not applied to the market. If such a good innovative technology is available only in research institutes, it is of no use. So I am here as a person who is evaluating the company. So I'm now giving scores to each of the company. So there are good companies and also there are companies with lower scores. But I believe that all these 10 innovative companies will take the lead for the future of Korea. So I root for all of you. Thank you very much.
네, 말씀 대단히 고맙습니다.
Thank you very much for your
오늘
comments.
쇼케이스 보시면서 아마 깜짝 놀랐다라고
I think a lot of us
말씀하셨는데요.
felt very
네, 그렇죠.
surprised and
오늘 이
amazed at the
자리에서
showcase today.
만나보는 이 기업들이
So
대한민국의 미래의
our
모습이지
companies,
않을까
I think they are the
생각이
future
저도
of Korea.
때문에 설레는 마음이
And
드는 것
I am
같은데요.
very excited
미래를
to
위한
see the
인터뷰였습니다.
future of Korea, and I hope you ensure
자,
that
이어서
innovative
함께해
future
주신 김경환 교수님
of our
자리해
country. We have
주셨죠.
Professor Kim
네,
Kyung-won,
역시 한 말씀 듣도록 하겠습니다.
who will also deliver comments. Thank you. I am Kim Kyung-won, Professor Kim Kyung-won from Sungkyunkwan University.
이 관련해 가지고서는 작년에도 했었고 올해도 했었고
I was also here at the last
올해
year's
같은 경우는 아까 우리
event, and
인노비즈협회 회장님도 말씀하셨지만
as mentioned by the president of InnoBiz Association, I think the competition is becoming much fierce every year. So we had 245 applicants, and every time I review all of the applicants, it is very difficult for me because it's difficult to choose who's better. And I think the key is marketability and the potential of the market. So I think I consider a lot of marketability. I also evaluated these companies based on whether or not they can compete with global companies. So I looked at their potential of entering overseas markets, and the most important thing is the innovativeness of the technology. And so innovation is about creating something new out of nothing. And so I evaluated based on innovation and also the price competitiveness of the product. So the 10 finalists are actually quite promising companies, and we selected 10 out of 245, so it means that they're very promising, and we have more than 20 judges on the panel, and all of these judges reviewed these companies, and so these companies are definitely very promising and have high potential. Now we will also select innovative companies that will enter the CES, and there weren't a lot of companies that won awards at the CES, but now we see more and more Korean companies winning the Innovation Award at the CES. So in that perspective, I think the 10 companies are more than enough to enter CES. And so I've heard the 10 presentations, and I look forward to more advancement and more success in your future. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please give him a big round of applause. Thank you. As mentioned, I think the competition was fierce this year compared to last year. And the judges and the audience, I think, will have to consider many different things to select the final winners. And I hope that this event serves as an opportunity for all of the companies today to leap to the next level in the future. We also have President Im Byung-hun of InnoBiz Association. I would like to ask your President Im Byung-hun for your comments on the showcase.
정말 잘 들었습니다.
Thank you very much. It was a fruitful event. As the president of InnoBiz, which hosted this showcase, I thought whether I should participate as the president or the judge. But I think it would have been very challenging for me to participate as a judge because it was very difficult to select who's better. And so I would like to thank all of the judges for your hard work, and I ask for your interest and support. How was it, everyone? For me, I think to achieve sustainable innovation, we have to have a strong foundation, and I think the 10 companies have that. And in pursuing a better future and a better world, I believe that these 10 companies will be able to enter overseas, and they are truly K-innovative companies. And so I hope that there will be more opportunities ahead of you. And I think just participating today at this event is an honor and an opportunity enough, and I look forward to your contribution to our country. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please give him another big round of applause. Now, we have heard from the host and also other people from the panel of judge, and we look forward to more technology innovation. It was a very short period of time, and it was an intensive session, and I think it would have been very difficult to present their innovative technology and products in less than 8 minutes. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to all of the speakers for presenting today. And all of these innovative products and technologies are now a subject of evaluation from the audience and the panel of judges, and the results of the evaluation will be announced tomorrow. And so please continue to join us and show your interest and support, and you can see this on YouTube, and so we ask for your continued support and interest. So all of these desires and dreams and future vision, I hope they all lead to more opportunities in the future. We ask for your continued interest and support in Korea innovation. So the Innovative Technology Show 2022 will conclude here, and this brings us to the end of the showcase, and we ask you to join us until the end of the ITS 2022. I was Chang Sun-young, announcer for today. Thank you.